All right, everybody, what's going on? Happy Saturday. If you're on my side of the world, if you're on the other side of the world, as always, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome to the stream. I'm Al Rivers, playing a little City Skylines, and we got an open live chat today, as per usual. Antonio, welcome to the stream, buddy. Hope you're having a fantastic weekend. So, we're back on City Skylines, and I've decided to go live today. Well, to be honest, got nothing to do today. So I was like, what better way to spend my afternoon than to spend it with you guys? Pumpkin, what's going on, my man? How you doing? What's going on? Yes, I remember you. Of course, we named a park after you. How could I forget? That's not one I forget. And that was on the remastered map too. That was on oof. What map was that? Castleton. There you go. It was on Castleton. Yeah, I've got 3 different cities going. Actually, 4 different cities now. We got Riversland Isles, we got Castleton on remastered, and then on PS4 edition we've got it was Riversland Isles, Rockwood, and then what was the other one? Santa Cruz. So yeah, three on PS4 edition, and then one on remastered, and we've got this one. So actually, we've got 4 cities on PS4 edition. And the reason I started a brand new city on the PS4 edition is because I feel like we've hit a wall on the other cities. Being that a few months ago I was planning, I was like, all right, I know we've got these DLCs coming out, second quarter of the year. And I was like, you know what, it's cool. We could design around it. We'll max out what we've got so far, and we can come back, delete some stuff, put some new stuff in, and then I just realized I was doing what in design we called a big no-no, because you're designing around and engineering around certain constraints, and that's just a huge limiting factor. So I'm like, you know what? Let's go ahead and restart this all, and we've got our new city, Fryville. Now, this is going to look a little different than it did last week. Um, I'm going to be totally transparent and honest with you all. I started over. I I just didn't like how the layout was, so let's go ahead and show you. It's called Barriers right now, but we're going to go into Fryfield. The original Fryfield that we started last week. Is this a new one that I made? Yes, Pumpkin Boy. This is the one I started last week. When is City Skylines 2 coming out? So I saw something online. I think it was Gaming Bible or one of those news gaming outlets, and there's still no concrete date. It's still sometime in 2023, but I was wrong. My speculations were incorrect about the updates coming to remastered. I said it's probably going to be at the end of summer, or sometime in the middle of summer, because they're going to want people to buy the new DLCs if they haven't played it on the PS4 edition or the vanilla game. Um, and they released it about a month and a half, almost 2 months before I thought it was going to come out. But I mean, I wasn't totally off. Uh, I was still relatively close to what actually happened. Um, but as for City Skylines 2, I am not entirely sure. Not entirely sure. And by the way, all of you, welcome. Thanks for coming out on the Saturday afternoon. For me, if you're on the other side of the world, morning and evening. I don't usually stream on Saturdays, but thanks for coming out. Thanks for spending your weekend with me. I'm trying to spend my weekend with you. So don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe if this is your first time coming over to the stream. And if it is, welcome. Go ahead and introduce yourself in the live chat. If you're watching on mobile, you just press the little chat button there. It's got two little bubbles. Click on that. Start typing your hearts to your heart's content. But so this was the city we started last week, and the reason I restarted. It's 1:20 a.m. over there. Okay, what Thanks for spending your Sunday morning. All right. So, reason I restarted, I didn't follow our terrain markers. I just kind of started building and wasn't really respecting road hierarchy. And I think I was just trying to get to 2,500 people population in the city. And I built the industry way out here, which great idea because you can keep. It won't be for ages because you need rest. All good, all good. Appreciate you coming by. Hit that like button. No, I'm just kidding. Anywho, yeah. So what was I saying? I got distracted. Um, so yeah, I thought. I mean, it's a great idea to separate industry from residential and commercial. It's not a bad spot for it. It's a really good spot for it, in my opinion. However, if you remember, if you were here last week, I 100% broke the bank. The city went bankrupt. I didn't take out any loans, but I did have to kind of cheese the finances a little bit. And I'm like, that's not a way to play the game. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna press square. We're gonna delete it. Because sometimes you gotta realize your mistakes and fix it. In this case, delete it and move on. So that's what I did. I try to keep as close and true to what we originally started, with the exception of the industry area now being closer to the residential and commercial area. So as you can see, I don't have it over here in this old factory, but I do have plans of still putting our major manufacturing using the industry's DLC stuff out there, um, while still retaining our residential and commercial on this side. So if you notice the big difference here, I kept the commercial strictly over to this side because we're going to continue the highway through the industrial and through the commercial area. And we've set the residences over on the hillside. So I think this creates a little bit more of a picturesque city, because we're building with the terrain, not against the terrain, and creating what I would presume we would call layers. So we've got our first layer down here, we've got our second layer and third layer up here, which is where I kind of expect to see a little bit more higher land values. So yeah, that's what we're going to stick to. That's what we're going to do. And while I was building this, I was like, all right, well, I have to get at least as close as possible um, to the old Fryville when with our population, and I did. So if you notice too, for our eagle-eyed viewers, it's 2025 on this map. On the other map is 2026, and our population was around 2,500. So technically, I did a lot better here with not extending the roads way out here and putting our industries way out here at the beginning. We really saved a ton of money, a ton of money. Um, and it just turned out to be a better build this way. So I'm not feeling bad about it. I know you won't either. I think this was by far the best call to make. Um, so we did it. And now we've got access to highways, we've got access to larger roads, and a bunch of other things. So why don't we go ahead and take a look at what we've done so far. But real quick, let's take a look and see what issues we're having. Looks like sewage treatment's a little low, so we'll go ahead and increase that budget just up to 900. Nothing. Sorry, 100. No, It's not too crazy. Here, why don't we do this? Let's take a look and see if we've got. Okay, we don't have access until we have 32,000 people, so we'll just add another one of these bad boys. And it looks like we've got it right over here. So let's get rid of that street. Go ahead and build this next to that. We'll make our pipe connections. There we go. And then should have, that should jump way up. Let's go ahead and speed up the clock a little bit. There we go. Now, because we have that added capacity, we can drop this. And we'll keep an eye on our water availability too, because that's going to drop a little bit. There you go. So we have just enough there. Before we continue, let's go ahead and make sure we've got our limits here. So we've got our policy to limit power in this area. We've got our policy to limit water and power, as always. Water, power, or power, water, if you read left to right. So yeah, we're all set. Now, let's take a look. So we started just like we did on the other map, this side here. Alright, we built up into the mountain, not against the mountain, remember that. So that way we get a little bit more even sizing when it comes to the zoning. And then built this area too. Actually, this didn't come first, but you know, we had the residential area on this side. We started a small commercial area over on this side, which we're going to create some specializations a little bit later on. Once we start having a pretty solid revenue stream in for our city. And then coming up the hill, again, built with the terrain and created these layers. As you can see here. So we've got some lumpy parts in the terrain, but honestly, it's not all that bad. A lot of this is stuff we can cover up with foliage or trees, fauna. But yeah. I'm overall digging this build a lot better. As you can see, we're using the green cities, residential buildings, so the self-sustaining buildings, just because it's got a nicer look than some of the vanilla buildings, which are building up here over on this side. So these I am going to switch over to the university style buildings, kind of harken back or reminisce back to the buildings we were creating, or the district we were creating over on Riversland Isles, just to kind of give us that, that French colonial look. So I think it'd be nice to have a little bit of that separation right there, just right down the middle of this road here. So we've got our road here. So what we're going to do is we're going to level this up, because now, like I said, we're going to use this road to split up our districts a little bit. We're going to stop right there. So that's going to split up our districts a little bit. And it's going to kind of be like a little mini collector, at least to handle a little bit more of the traffic that's going to go through there. Going to go to bed in a little bit. I'm getting way too tired and I can't keep my eyes open for long. Hey, I appreciate you stopping by, especially at 1 a.m. or 1:30 now. Thanks. Appreciate it. Catch you next time. I'll see you next time. Alright, so we're going to leave this as is for now. We're not going to give Concord Heights, we're not going to give it a building type yet. I do also want to switch, change the district names out. Because, I don't know, they're just the generic ones that the game creates and they're kind of lame, so... Another thing we're going to do is switch out, well actually, before we continue, gotta rename our city. Is it Fryfield? There you go. And honestly, we should call it New Fryfield. Let's go ahead and call it New Fryfield. There we go. Alright. And here's what we're going to do. We're going to switch this out like we always do, roundabouts. So we got the money now. Let's go ahead and put our highways through here. and then we're gonna have that highway connection go all the way back that way. So it should be running right through the city. And we'll use two lane roads for now. Actually, we should use 3-lane roads. There you go. Kind of take this back a little bit and then use our curved road tool. Let's make sure we have all our snaps on. There we go. Alright. So I want to do it like that. Alright, for some reason it's being a little weird, but that works. We got it in there. Alright. So now we're going to want to do is get our large road up here. And since we don't have any zoning on this road, we'll go ahead and turn the zoning off. And we're just going to carry it through like we always do. There we go. Now it's going to look a little funny, a little lumpy, but we'll be okay. We'll survive. Alright, bear with me one sec. For some reason my laptop... Splenda, I will let you know off stream. Alright, here we go. Sunset Heights the ghetto? Is it? Oh, no. That's our, that's the industrial area. Alright, so you know what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to take some of this back a little bit. Alright, well, technically... Alright, let's do... Let's use our one-way road. And we can level that up a little after. There we go. And then we'll use this. Space occupied. Okay. So a little further. There we go. Oh, that looks funky. Come on. Oh, chat. Also, I figured out the song. If you remember last stream, I was trying to figure out what song this sounded like. And it was not Crystal Waters, but oh man, who's the artist? But the song goes, "You got to show me love." I think that's actually what it's called too. All right, here let's switch this up. Let's upgrade that. There we go. And we're going to try to mirror it on both sides. And what we'll do is remove the, there we go, zoning in that side. Alright, let's bring this down. Match the other side, there we go. And let's get our on-ramp. There you go, close enough. And this, I can actually downgrade that. There we go. Perfect. Close enough. It's not too bad. Right. Switch this up. Now we can actually get a little closer. So let's do it. I don't know if that's going to create issues down the road. Ha, get it? Down the road, but I guess we'll find out. There we go. I'm really hoping it doesn't. But again, we'll find out. And then it'll be a problem for future Alex. Future Al Rivers. Alright, let's just go ahead and make these connections here, and then we can turn the road around. There we go. Alright. And I don't think this is going to let us make this connection. Yeah, I didn't think so. See, I'm not too worried about that. But just in case somebody makes a wrong turn, there you go. They'll just have to turn around all the way down there. Alright, just for uniformity's sake, let's go ahead and try to mirror what we've got going on the other side as closely as possible. And then we will follow our lane mathematics. There you go. There we go. And then this is where we're going to have to kind of break this back a little bit. So we'll get rid of all these buildings. I know I've got the school in there. I don't have to get rid of the school, luckily. But we will have to get rid of that. This kind of works out for two reasons. One, it gives us a little bit more space to work with. Two, I'll be able to get a bridge over to the other side. Just that way we don't have all the traffic funneling through one area. Especially since this is going to be our commercial zone. Well, okay. Oh, I had the road selected. It's going to be our commercial zone, so getting truck traffic across to the other side isn't going to be as difficult. And it's not going to kill our traffic in this area. So this is going to make it a lot easier to get in and out of. Now, it's not all going to end up being on-ramps or off-ramps, but yeah, it's going to look a lot nicer, in my opinion. There you go. So let's go ahead and make that connection there. Perfect. Flip that around. There we go. Then same thing, lane hierarchy, or lane mathematics. There we go. Alright, perfect. Alright, that'll do, that'll do. Now, let's get our commercial buildings back in here. Our zoning still there, fantastic. There we go. It's not too bad. And then, since we actually have this area over here, let's get rid of that. And we're going to dedicate this to the school. So this is going to be all school area. So that high school is going to get some cool stuff built up here. I think we can actually, let's go ahead and put a little bit more commercial over on this side, just to kind of fill the space and fill in what we have gotten rid of. All right. And what we'll do is remove zoning on this road. So that way, we keep all the zoning strictly on the roads going up and down against the highway, or parallel to the highway. So same thing here, and it's going to help with traffic a lot, especially on this little mini collector, because then we're not going to have trucks trying to stop on this main road to drop off goods at these buildings. They're going to have to turn off that main road to get that stuff there. So same thing over here. We're going to follow that logic, and then it's just going to clean up all our zoning too. Go ahead and leave that here just because we're getting into residential, so I'm not too concerned with that. Perfect. There we go. So that's going to look a lot, it's going to be a much cleaner build overall. I think we're going to have a lot more, the builds are going to be a lot more cohesive, and it's not going to look as funky. And that could stay there, because then we can create an on-ramp, off-ramp for cars and trucks to get on and off. This road we can get rid of, so we'll do that. And then let's clean this up a little bit. And we gotta make sure we're keeping an eye on our finances too. Because I don't want to go broke again, like we did on the last city. Alright, so we're gonna do here, let's make this a major collector as well, but we're gonna keep our zoning on there. Alright, that can stay like that for now. And that'll follow that curvature, and we'll come back here and then grab this road, this 4-lane road, and we're going to bring it down to this point here. There we go. That's a much cleaner connection there. And then we'll get rid of that road. Come back here, we'll select our 2-lane with zoning, and we'll just kind of curve this in like that. Cool. So yeah, this is looking a lot cleaner. I'm a lot happier with it. This road we will connect here. And what we're going to do is we're going to keep the zoning on one side. There we go. And then we're not going to build, that's going to be our boundary for the industrial area, like that. So now we can go ahead and fill all this in. Let's clean that up a little bit there. Fill all this in here. There we go. There we go. Perfect. And then we're going to keep this empty just because I don't want traffic to get caught up in this area. So we're going to keep that as is. Alright. So now we'll go back here. Let's go ahead and play it. So that way we can have things building back in. And I think this is just going to work out a lot better. One moment, chat. Cool. So we've got that. That's building back up. We are in a little bit of a financial deficit, but that'll come right back up. Not too worried. Let's go ahead and speed this up. We've got the commercial and industrial demand, so that'll build right back up, and then we'll have a positive income stream coming in shortly. All right, so let's take a look here. I think we had. Oh, this should have been just that little patch of commercial there. That should be the Green Cities thingy. Alright, and then Concord Heights. We'll kind of keep that as is. We're not going to change that up. And again, if you have name suggestions for the districts, definitely put it in the chat. I want to hear them. I want to know what your thoughts are. Because we're going to switch that up. Alright, so building for the school. That's not going to work. That's not going to fit there. But it will fit on this side. So what we could do here, can't really build a path, but there you go. Put some parking there for the school. Can't build a path, but we can build. We don't have access to pedestrian roads yet. Oh wait, yeah we do. I think we do. Let's see. Oh yeah, we do. Alright, let's go ahead and slow that down. We're doing fine financially now. Yeah, I just gotta build a pedestrian area. Yeah, let's see what happens. We'll see. Oh, you know what? No, because it's gonna require a service building, and I don't want a service building just for the school. So instead what we'll do, we'll just put these basketball courts and stuff. That's a tennis court. Right. Yeah, basketball court there. Just that way they have somewhere to play. And then I know there was a small baseball diamond. There we go. Or a soccer field. Alright, that's not going to fit there. It's not going to fit there. American football, that's also not going to fit. Cricket? Nope. Alright, what can we fit in here? Ah, we can't fit the baseball diamond. Small soccer field? No. Unless we move the school. Could do that. But now we're out of money, so let's plan a little bit. Community soccer park, that's not going to fit. But the small soccer field will fit, and honestly, that will fit perfect over on this side. So we'll do that. Once we get the funds to be able to do so, we'll move the school over. Alright. Yeah, perfect. We can put the school right over here. And then that'll work out just fine. Because then we will be able to fit. I think we might be able to fit the baseball diamond in there. Not quite. But we can at least do a small soccer field. So that'll work. Be happy with that. Yeah, that'll work. Perfect. Alright, so we got the money coming in now. We got some deaths happening. Let's see, we should have access to cemetery. Cemetery is 8 grand. We don't have any in the city right now. But let's go ahead and find a spot for it. So there's really nothing going on up here in Bedford Heights. Let's see, we haven't zoned anything out here either. So let's go ahead and put some roads in. Then we're gonna do our roads with parking, it looks like, yep. Except here, turn our zoning off. And then let's see, what shape do we want to follow? Just continue going straight here, like that. Then we'll turn our zoning back on. And then we'll go back to our regular block sizes there. Yep, there we go. Because we're already kind of leaving that kind of suburban feel or look and kind of going into the university's district style. So we should kind of keep it a little bit more blocky just to go with the aesthetic. Just that way it works with the aesthetic a little bit more. Alright, now we have enough money, so let's go ahead in here and then we'll place our thingy. And let's see, does that go straight? Yeah, I go straight to the other side. Put that right there. Perfect. There we go. Alright. So now that should... it kind of connects to everything. Not really, but it'll be fine. Because then a little later, we'll get access to some of these other buildings. This one at 17,000. And the regular crematorium, I think that's 12,000. Oh, it's also 17,000. So we're a little ways away, but we'll be okay. I'm not concerned. Alright, and then we'll randomize the vehicle type just to make it a little bit more interesting. Okay. And let's continue this industrial area with no zoning. There we go. And oh, you know what? Just double check our terrain. Alright, so it does go up a little bit. So we'll make sure to respect the topography. There we go. There we go. Alright. Don't need that. And we'll place this underneath our roads as per usual. Connect that. There we go. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. There we go. And then we'll put more of our industrial right up here. And before this goes, let's make sure we have all this as part of our Sunset Heights district, because we've got the building specialization using the new Industrial Evolution DLC. Alright, it's coming along. Alright, and we'll remove the zoning there. A small correction. Alright, let's go ahead and curve this. There we go. And then we'll have this road. Maybe we won't have it connect up, but we will put back the zoning. So it's definitely important you do make sure that you're getting the zoning back, or putting the zones back in, because it's very easy to forget and mess it up. So we'll get rid of this road connection here, like that. Rezone that, rezone that. And then we'll make our connection appear at the top. Just like that. Cool. So that way we're keeping the flow of traffic a little bit smoother in that area. And this is looking pretty good. So let's take a look at what our traffic flow is. 91%, not bad. It's pretty good. Yeah, let's go ahead and leave the traffic lights on for now. And then let's go ahead and go in here, fix some of this. Let's grab our 2-lane highway. Connection there. That is 2. There we go. It's a little better. Perfect. There we go. We got our smooth connections going through there. Let's take a look. 89. Ew. Alright. Remove these stop signs. Remove that traffic light. Don't need that. Remove this traffic light. There we go. Perfect. That should move a lot better now. Remove that traffic light. We don't really need it. That can stay. That can stay. That can stay. There we go. Right. It's looking pretty good. You got the jams going too. What do you know, chat? What do you know? Power. This is the song I was talking about. You got to show me love. Look it up, you know what I'm talking about. Alright. Cool, so let's do a little bit of detailing because I actually didn't do any when I was doing this. There you go. Let's get a little separation here from the other trees, or from the rest of the road. There you go. Just kind of put a line of these, and then we'll fill in with the oak. There we go. Go. That's what's up, chat. That's what's up. Let's just kind of add some of these in a little bit, just to create a little bit of separation, because I am going to put some residential over on this side. And I, for one, wouldn't want to live right next to a cemetery. But, I mean, that sort of zoning does happen. So, kind of close to where I live, there's a small town where population is greater, or the population, people buried, outpopulate the people that are alive there. I think I said that right. That didn't make sense. There's more dead people than living in that town. Alright, that works. That works. Alright, and we'll just put a little bit of that, a little bit of that. Alright, and let's just clean this up a little bit here. There we go. Alright. Cool, let's go ahead and speed this up a bit. I'm digging how this is looking a little bit more. I think we definitely needed those changes, and how to get rid of that roundabout, despite me loving having roundabouts in our city. I think we're gonna have to fix this highway again. It's just something funky about it. I don't know what it is. So let's grab that and oh jeez. There we go. Grab our curve tool. Yeah, still not looking right. There we go. There we go. Okay. Looks a little better. It's not 100%, but I'm okay with it. You can't chase perfection. Don't forget that. Alright. So we'll wait for the money to start coming in. Let's go ahead and take a look. Back over here. Let's make sure our taxes, alright, we can raise that. Leave that all as is. And then we do have access to our hotels and whatnot. So we can start kind of sprinkling around some of these little parks and playgrounds. And it's just going to help increase our land value. And they're not very expensive. Like that one's only 500. Plop another one here. And the great thing about these is that they have variations. So you can see that this is like a small basketball court. It's like a half court. We've got a little soccer thing there, and we got a little slide and jungle gym, looks like. So we'll give that variation 1. There you go. And what that's going to do, that's just going to help increase our land value over time. So right now it's really low. Everything's looking very blue, even dark blue over in that area. But that'll slowly start to increase as time goes on. Alright, so I don't want to do a whole lot more with our industrial area, so I kind of want to leave that as is. And we could add a little bit more on the backside just to kind of satisfy that need. So we'll do that. We'll connect this up. And go back here a little bit. We'll just make these road connections right around the power plant. Fill that there. I'll just leave that as is. Alright. Cool. So we're getting close to the point where we can actually afford to move this building now. So let's relocate it. Put it right over here. And then that should give us plenty of space for some parking. 1 and 2. Let's see. Oh, we've also got the paid parking, but we're not going to do paid parking for school. So that's kind of messed up. Say, hey, faculty and students, we know you want to go to school here or teach here, but you're going to have to pay for parking. That's kind of jacked up. Alright, so let's go back over here. Let's take a look at, I believe it was our baseball diamond. Oh yeah, it's not going to fit. But I remember our small soccer field would fit, so we will use that. And what we'll do is we're going to try to butt this up as close to that highway as possible, that roadway as possible, and then we're going to continue this path, these paths. Actually, put that up there. Okay, we're going to continue these paths and create a footbridge across to the other side. We're going to use this for reference. There we go. Make that connection there. And then can't make that connection there. Lame. Oh, there we go. That worked. Alright, perfect. So kind of follow that. There you go. So now if the employees over on that side just want to walk across without having to take the roads, they can definitely do it. Cool. Alright. That's going to be a pretty cool high school to go to. So let's go ahead and shield this a little bit from our highways. And just to make sure people don't, or kids don't try to do something dumb, because kids do dumb things. I know we do because I have. Or I should say I know they do because I have. Alright. So let's go ahead and select our highway that has the barriers, which we don't have access to. So as soon as we have access to that, we'll go ahead and put our barriers there and be just fine. But for now, see, the land value's gone up. We're at 17, was it $17 per square meter? And now we're at 21, so I say that's progress. Alright. Caught that before those buildings went, that's what I'm looking for. Before they, crap, I'm blanking on words. Before they went goodbye. There you go. Alright, can't really shift that over, so we'll leave that alone. Alright, we'll do the same thing over here. The trees. Alright, this is a new a small beech tree? No. One of these is new. Ah, here we go. This is new. Silver birch. But that doesn't provide any sort of... I don't think that's going to give us any sound insulation. Same thing over on this side. So let's go ahead and put some fencing along here. They're not going to have backyards, but they've got nice houses, so they'll be fine. They'll survive. And we'll just kind of give them some nice trees here. All right. There you go. Awesome. Feeling pretty good about this now. Alright, so we got the money now. Let's go ahead and do a little bit more residential zoning. For some reason... Ah, that's why. I didn't zone this. Adair. Alright, let's go ahead and get rid of that. Won't zone there. Alright, it's looking pretty good. I'm digging it. Zone there, zone all this. And let's actually leave that unzoned. Then we'll zone there, zone there. Make sure we select the right road. Turn the zoning off. Turn all our snaps back on. There, oh, didn't need that snap. Oh, snap. There you go. So let me know what your thoughts are so far of the build after I made those changes. Go ahead and drop a comment, drop a like. And let me know your thoughts. Okay. Right. There we go. And then, I'm kind of second guessing. Nah, shouldn't do it. Shouldn't do it. Don't do it. But could make this connection here and have a little bit more zoning, which would mean some more income for our city. So we'll do it. And we'll turn off zoning here. So that way we can be a little bit more clever with our zoning. There we go. That'll give us more industrial zoning that we need. Perfect. All right. Chat, thank you for the likes, by the way. Do appreciate it. Looks like we got one more like at some point. Yeah, this curvature of the highway is still kind of bothering me, but I'm just gonna have to be okay with it. I'll have to be okay with it. It's just looks silly. Alright, now, so we've done quite a lot of different things here. What should we focus on? Well, we've got the commercial need, so we can focus on more commercial. So why don't we do that? So we've already got a little bit of a roadmap kind of picked out over here. So let's go ahead and make sure we've got our zoning on, and we will just upgrade these roads because that's going to continue to be our main collector road. Alright, and then we'll select our road with the parking like that, and then we'll do is actually we'll turn off zoning on one side. Do that, and then we will build that, but I think we're going to go out here. If I can get that to stop being weird. Alright, we'll go back just a little bit. There we go. Alright, let's count this. So that is 320, go out 320. Let's make sure we keep the shape the same. Kind of screwed this up. There we go. Upgrade. Boom. There we go. Okay, perfect. Let's go ahead, and we're using these roads. So I selected that incorrectly. There we go. And then go out here. Let's see, what was the distance here? 520. So we'll go out 520 here. Go. Collect the road that has parking on it. There we go. And then get the right road. We'll do the same thing here. This was 320. Yep. Curved road. Road with parking. There we go. Ah! Alright, we'll just do that temporarily. There we go. Easy peasy. There we go. We got that same shape going, and the cool thing is that it looks like the terrain starts to level off here, so we can Mill Park, we can kill the residential off in the hill area, and then this we will turn into commercial right down here. So let's kind of prepare ourselves for that. So we'll set the groundwork. Alright, let's see, it looks like this is also 520, yep. So we'll go out 520, just to maintain that same shape, 520, there we go. Choose our road with parking, turn the zoning back on, curved road. And I've noticed, I don't know if this is a glitch, but you notice the guidelines don't always turn on. I don't know if that's just my system, but that's just what I've noticed so far. So if you're having issues, then we may all just be having issues. Alright, so 480, we'll go up 480. Go up 480. There we go. Keeping that 90 degrees. Get our parking back. Turn the zoning back on. Here's where it gets a little awkward. There we go. Still kind of works. That's fine. Alright, let's make sure we got our pipes going here. We'll put this on speed 2. Here we go. Alright. There we go. Alright, so at this road length, it is going to be a little trickier to get the pipes down, at least to satisfy all the building types. So we'll probably just have to put like an extra little pipe in here somewhere. Nothing too crazy. Probably just continue this bit right here. It's gonna miss a spot. Just a little overlap there. That's fine. It's not the end of the world. Alright, but let's go ahead and get this pipe down. There we go. Make that connection there. Then close that off there. Cool. Don't really need this anymore here. Get rid of that. There we go. And that'll save us a little bit of money on pipes. Yeah. That'll save us a good amount of money, actually. Perfect. Alright, let's go ahead and continue this on. Actually, let's stop right there, because it's starting to get up in the hills, and that's supposed to be residential. So, got our power. Let's go ahead and just use a large brush, and we can go in after and clean up the residual that we didn't need. There we go. Like that guy. Don't need that little bit. Nothing's gonna build there. We'll turn that off. Oh. There we go. Kind of fat fingering it here, folks. There There we go. Leave that just in case something does go there. Clean that up a little bit. Clean that up a little bit. Might get something there. Alright, before we get too much going up there, let's go ahead and take a look at some of our special buildings that we'll have access to. So, unique buildings. Let's go ahead and see. What we've got here. Alright, so that's all too expensive. That's all too expensive. This isn't too far away, so we can actually put a grocery store right in here, and that actually works because we're close to our residential area, so that would make people quite happy. We've got our open air mall, phase 2. Ooh, contemporary department store. That looks like a Nordstrom. If you're in the US, you know what that is. Shopping plaza, 30 grand. Yeah, it's a little strip mall. See, there's a lot we can do. A lot we can do with this area. But let's go ahead and we're gonna, here, let's pause this real quick. So this is gonna be its own district. I know we've got a lot of districts going on here, but thinking about it now, I don't want the commercial buildings to be the university's district buildings, or university's DLC district buildings. Leave that there on that side of the road as universities, but right on the other side, because it's just going to limit the building styles that we're going to get, especially for our commercial area. So I think it'd be better to just have our commercial area be its own thing. That's going to be our shopping district out here. And then you'll see that dirt road back there. I've got some special plan for that. Something very special. Alright, let's go ahead and put this road down. There you go. And that's gonna leave us some separation there. And totally forgot to clean this up. There we go. There we go. Awesome. Let's let that play, do its thing. And I'm going to take a little water break, folks. Give me just a moment. Alright, so just realized I didn't give this a specialization. So, Modern City Center is going to give us these buildings, but we have to have our high density commercial ability or zoning ability, which we don't have yet. Heart of Korea, I think that's also dense, dense commercial, so we can't do anything there. But shopping malls, we can 100% use. So we're going to use that. I, for one, really liked the buildings that were zoning with that district style. So let's go ahead and let it do its thing. I'll be back in just a moment. All right, thanks for that little break. So let's get in here, do some other cool stuff. Turn our zoning back on, and then, whoops. Then we're gonna not continue that road over on that side. Just gonna curve that over like that. Like that. There we go. Oh, okay there. Easy now. Can't upgrade. Okay. So weird. Okay. Actually, wait, that should have had 0 zoning. There we go. All right, perfect. Hey, you know what? I think I'm gonna get rid of this, and I'll tell you why. We don't need our blocks to be that tiny. All right. So yeah, we don't need the blocks, the city blocks to be that small, honestly. So I'm gonna get rid of that as well. And then what we're gonna do instead is we're gonna put some pathways, just that way people have somewhere to cross. And we'll use these points like that. Let's turn off the snap twos. That's how it gets a little easier to place these. Let's make sure we've got that. Okay, perfect. We'll grab our path again. There we go. Just that way we have some connectivity from side to side. Same thing, we'll do another path here. And it kind of almost creates like an outdoor mall style space, because you can cross and walk through. So that said, we're going to create this pathway. And do that. And we'll get rid of a little bit of more zoning here. As such, there we go. And then just to kind of give us a little bit more height here with our buildings. I'm just going to put this wall to cut the zoning off for that. So we're still kind of playing tricks with the zoning using the fence, but nothing too crazy. And the other thing we could do is, you guessed it, let's make it look fancy. Let's use these new buildings, these silver birch buildings, and we'll change the tree styles on these pathways just to make it look a little bit nicer. Just to fit the aesthetic of an outdoor mall. There you go. Alright, we're getting close to the point where we're going to have enough money to go back and... wow, those buildings are super bright on this map. A little blinding. Like I was saying, we can... Once we get our roads with trees, we'll be able to go in there and I guess darken the area up a little bit with some more foliage. So now we've got a demand for residential, so let's get that in there. Just gonna mass zone this area. There we go. Running out of water, we can fix that. There we go. There we go. There we go. Alright, we've got pipes in this area. Whoops. Thought we had pipes coming all the way through here. We don't. Perfect. Alright, I know that's going to be an issue with water, so we'll just make that connection there. We can get rid of that. That will be fine. I'm not too concerned about that because we're going to do something a little different with that. Alright, how much? 36,000. We've got 2 of them in the city. We'll put another one out here. And if you're curious, this is one of those, what are they called? Condensation towers that are part of the Africa in Miniatures pack. So let's take a look at our info. Let's take a look at our water. Alright, so we can definitely cut the budget back down to 85%. Let's take a look and see what that goes down to. Yep. A little too close for comfort. There we go. Perfect. Let's take a look at our traffic. 90%. Pretty good. We'll leave that as is. Yeah, we got our green buildings, our sustainable commercial buildings there. Loving it. And then that's just going to mass build in. Alright, so this is looking pretty good. We got the delivery trucks dropping all the stuff off now. It's building up real nice. Digging it. I think we can continue this highway actually even. Why don't we do that? Got the cash now. Got a pretty, really good revenue stream coming in. It's almost scary. Okay, let's leave a little bit more space. It's like right about there. I'm surprised at how close we can actually get these highways to each other now. Because before, that wasn't really a thing. Couldn't get it that close without the game wanting you to snap it like that. So I'm happy with that. But now the curvature snaps are being funny. Curved road snaps, there we go. Whoa! What happened with our power there? Let's take a look. Ah, we're just not generating enough power. So Mill Park, let's take a look. Ah, you know what? Hamilton Square doesn't have the policies, so we should be fine now. Granted, our income is going to go down considerably. Consumption's still high. Okay, so we've actually got the money to level this up. but we're not quite at the population we need. So I think we are going to have to build another advanced coal plant. No, you know, let's just increase the budget, and we'll try to make do with what we've got. Let's take a look. All right, so production 61. Yeah, I think we're actually going to need a second one. So 61 megawatts. Let's increase it to 125%. 66. All right, I think we'll be okay for now. I think we'll be good. All right, let's find our grocery store. So medium grocery store, we can fit it in now. What we're gonna do is we're gonna keep it off of the main road. So I will actually put our no parking road, our road with no parking back in. And we're gonna bring that right up until the main road. Let's see if we can get that a little closer without it actually connecting. No, okay, so we'll do that. Go in here, select it. And it's still gonna have to be on that because I don't think we have enough space. Yeah, let's take a look. Yeah, it's not gonna be enough space. That's fine, we'll put it there. Alright, oof, that is just so bright. I don't know why it's so bright. And I can't adjust the color either on this map. I think. I'm pretty sure I can't. Unless we do dynamic lighting. But yeah, this is just super bright. It's almost blinding. Could just be this map too. Alright. Now before we lose the ability to do so, let's go ahead and move it. You know what? I'm gonna lose all that money if I do that. Okay, I won't do that. Let's go ahead and put our commercial zoning back in. Turn that off, and then let's see if we can fit a parking lot in there. There we go. Alright, and this is where that road is going to come in handy. So, it's right about here. I think it'll fit in there. Let's try it. It's not going to fit in there, and we also have to turn on our zoning as well. Alright. I was in this one. Still need to go a little further. Alright, I think this should do it here. Alright. That should be enough space. Should be enough space. Let's try it. Yep, there we go. Perfect. Now, because of the latest update, we've got create an airport area and build a terminal. Okay, I'm gonna do it just for this. What? Oh, I just don't have the funds for it. Dude, 75, okay. That sucks. I have to build a terminal to use this apron. Ah! Okay. That's fine. We'll figure it out. So we can always come back and do that in the future. So let's go ahead and remove this because I think that costs us money. And we'll come in here and find our strip mall. It's not our strip mall. This is our strip mall. We can put our strip mall here as soon as we have the funds. For now, we're gonna be okay. And then, let's see. Second thought. Let's see, how much room? I forget. Oh yeah, no, we'll be okay. Let's go ahead and speed this up till we have 30 grand. So we're almost there. Not too far away. Almost there. 25K. In the meantime, let's go ahead and create a poll. So let's see. When? Here we go. I got it. Let's just do a little bit more speculation, shall we? You think Cities Skylines 2 will come out? Fall or winter? So there you go. Poll is up. Just a question. It's a little leading. Well, not really leading. It's all speculation. But just kind of curious when you all think City Skylines 2 might come out. Let's clean this up a little bit here. Yep, there we go. Don't need that. Get rid of that. Let's get our path in here, as we usually do. I think we should be able to, there we go. And we'll kind of hide this a little bit with, you guessed it, some bushes. There we go. And then some trees. Hey, these are huge. Let's get some of these beech trees in here. Large shrub is a new one. Norway spruce is also a new one. I think we're gonna refrain from using those in that spot. See if we can squeeze that in there. Yeah, there we go. And then let's get back here. We'll throw in live oak. Cool, so we got a small one. And then there you go. Fun like that. Cool. Cool. And we'll put a little overgrowth too. Why not? Let's try to find spots in here. There you go. Awesome. And that's parking, so... Man, wish that building actually kind of fit right up against that corner there. That would have been perfect. All right. Ooh, so we got 2 votes. We got winter 2023. All right, all right. That's what I'm thinking too, honestly. Cool. So let's go in here. Should have... Oh, this should have been zoned. Let's go ahead and zone this in. There we go. Then we'll smooth this terrain out a little bit, just to kind of clean it up a bit. Actually, right, it's not gonna happen. That's fine. It'll be okay. Alright, so we got our restaurant style buildings over here on this side. Sparks, that looks like it is one of the university style buildings. Yep, and we will keep that, keep that, keep that, keep that. And the Olive Garden looking building, we will keep that. Alright. Alright, what we'll do here, just to kind of hide that backside a little bit. So we need to trick the game a little bit. And then we'll upgrade that, and then it'll look just fine. There we go. There we go. So that kind of... Oof. Man, that is super bright. That's killing us. Alright. Looks like we need some more educated people. So... Oh, we need another elementary school. High school looks okay. Definitely could use a high school and a library, elementary school and a library. So let's take a look here. Don't quite have the money yet, but let's go ahead and speed that up, and I think we should be okay. So I really like this community school look. Let's see. Yeah, it's a European style building, so we could do the community school right over here on this side, and then once it lets me plop it down, we should be able to see that this will satisfy Olive Mill Park and part of Bedford Heights. Not too... Ooh, trash is piling up. Alright, let's have a look. Well, either way, we're gonna have to, wait a second. Earthquake. Ha 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 ha. I learned this trick recently. It's 100% cheating, but hey, I'll take it. That's super cheap. But there we go. So yes, chat, if you didn't know, if you have the Disasters DLC, Natural Disasters DLC, you can use the collapse feature and cause the either the oh man, why am I blanking on what it's called? Landfill or the cemetery get destroyed, because those are buildings you cannot move once they've been filled. So yeah, top tip. Space already occupied by what? Oh, by that water thing. Shoot. Well, we can put it here. Then we'll do our parking lot for faculty. We have been in the other areas. There's a little bit of separation there, kind of a bummer, but yeah, let's see if we can move it. Ah, yes, we can move it a little closer. There you go. That's better. Right. So I'm digging the layout of this city so far. I like it a lot better than how it first started. Especially with the residential buildings or the housing kind of just following the terrain there. It just looks a lot cleaner in my opinion. I think we could definitely do some really cool stuff over on this side too by putting some parks. So let's take a look at some of the new parks that we got. So we've got this Old Bridge Park. Don't have money for it yet. Can't put it on those. Got a pond park. Got the tourist park. And those are the ones that you're able to change the styles, the variations. Sidewalk Cafe also has that same capability. Alright, let's take a look here. I think we should put this somewhere. Maybe a good spot, like right here. And then we'll grab our path. There we go. Move zoning here. There we go. Let's take a look at the variations we've got. So variation 1, got a very rustic style building. Variation 2, we've got something that looks moderately expensive to go eat at. And it's got tons of outdoor space. But this one, I think this is going to fit with the design aesthetic of this area a little bit more. So we'll go with that. Alright, let's go ahead and find that silver birch tree. There we go. Put some right at the entrance here, and then mirror that on the other side. There we go. There we go. The uniformity police are gonna hit me up if I don't put that. There we go. And then same thing here. Let's go ahead and have this connect through the back side here. So that would just make this area a lot more walkable. Bummer, can't get this to connect. That's fine. Can't even tell. Alright, let's take a look at things here. Electricity, we're right on the edge there. So increase that budget again to 135 until we're actually going to run out of ideas here, and we are going to have to increase our capacity by building another power plant. All right, so electricity, we're barely just making ends meet here. Water, we're doing great. Fire, we could definitely use another firehouse. Crime rate, doing all right. It's pretty low, nothing crazy. Health, death care, we've got coverage, Healthcare, we could use another hospital, or we could increase. We can upgrade that one, that clinic that we have. Childcare, we don't have anything. Death care, we don't have anything. Or elder care, we don't have anything. But overall, residents and commercials pretty happy. Industry is very happy here. Land value is up. We're at $26 a square meter, whereas at the beginning of the stream we're at 17. So $9 per square meter increase overall on average is pretty good. I feel. All right. So let's take a look at here. I think definitely continue the build out a little bit more. So we're gonna do the same thing out here. I'm kind of digging this. So actually, let's take a look at the terrain again. I want to make sure we're following the curvature, and it looks like there's a lot of different things going on with the terrain on this side. I try not to terraform as much as possible, just because I want to be able to follow the natural curves and dips of the maps that the content creators created. So I try not to mess with it too much, but I think out here, once we start getting to the lower bit, especially if we're going to put some housing there, we should really try to just smooth it out a little bit. It'll just make for a nicer build. So let's go ahead and find our spot here. So I'm gonna choose this spot here, and we're gonna use that road. Let's turn all the zoning back on, turn all our snaps back on because we are gonna need them. Curved road tool, we'll build out. There we go. Alright. And find our spot right out here. Right there. If we can snap to that node, or at least close enough to that node, would be okay. Alright. Let's grab this road. There we go. Turn all that back on. There we go. It's a nicer, oh, it's okay. I think it'll be okay. Doesn't have to be symmetrical. Although I would actually like to bring that in a little bit more, but it won't follow the terrain height, so not going to do that. Let's go ahead and do a tiny bit of terraforming just to smooth this out a little bit. There we go. Alright, perfect. Same thing over on this side. Smooth this out a little bit. There you go. Smooth that out. Perfect. Alright, let's find this node here. There we go. There we go. And let's mess with the terrain a little bit over here too. There we go. Alright, and I think we're gonna avoid going around that rock. I think we'll continue through here. Let's grab this. Turn all the zoning off. Put 90 degrees out. There we go. Alright, let's get our pipes in here. Make sure we've got water coming through. Whoop. There we go. Alright, that's fine. That's fine. There we go. Close enough. Alright, let's go ahead and paint this in. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. A little bit too much. Bring this back a little bit just because once it starts zoning in, it's gonna mess up the terrain. It's gonna make it look pretty ugly. So to avoid that, we are going to limit the number of spaces that we're going to be zoning in, just so that way it doesn't tear up the entire mountainside. Otherwise it's going to look quite funky. There we go. Alright. Alright, let's go ahead and zone that in. Zone that a little bit in. And let's take a look at the terrain over on this side. So this side's a lot smoother, so we won't have the terrain issues that we're going to have in the other side, so we can just fill this in all the way. Same thing here. We're going to limit this to just two blocks, 2 by 2 blocks. And then we'll leave that blank there. This we can fill in smaller footprint. This here, leave like that. Perfect. There we go. I think that's going to look real nice. So let's see, how far are we from hitting the next milestone? Next milestone's 5,500, and that's going to give us level 4 buildings, all this other stuff. It's going to give us quite a lot. Yeah, a lot of stuff. Alright, I think the biggest thing really is getting more power plants, but it doesn't look like we're going to have that. So I think we should just build another one. So we're kind of a far way away money-wise. Alright, let's have a look here. So we're okay with power right now. Water, let's go ahead and lower this budget back down to 90%. Yep, we're still okay. So we're to 85. Let's take another look. Alright, I think 87 is going to be the happy zone. And how are we doing on traffic? Let's take a look. 90%. Still good. Still doing well. I think it's going to be smart if we remove the zoning on this road. There we go. Because these trucks are letting off right on the street. There we go. And we went 6 lanes, so perfect. Wasn't even intentional. That just kind of happened. There we go. Alright, I think since we did that, may as well just upgrade this to 6 lanes as well. We'll leave the median in there. There we go. So we've got a dedicated right turn lane, 2 dedicated lanes going straight there. Got dedicated left and right lane, and then the one going straight as well. Perfect. Looking pretty good. Looking pretty good out here. And we're almost about to hit that 4,000 mark with our population, so I'm feeling really good about that. And this is all filled in, so this is looking great too. Feeling very good about that. Alright, let's see. It's residential. Oh. Ah, right. We're going to keep that area blank in front of the... what's it called? Jeez. I am blanking out on what these things are called today. Man. A cemetery. Jeez. Poop. Alright, let's upgrade that. Get our zoning in there. There we go. Sweet. Alright, we have the money now to invest in... Oh, we don't. We're short. Still 35,000. Okay. Almost there. Almost there. We could do a regular coal power plant. It's just under half, or a little bit less than half the amount, but pollution's higher, noise pollution's higher. Only generates about 40. So, I mean, I guess the money is worth it, but I'm trying to keep this build as clean as possible. I know I didn't really use the recycling plants or recycling centers, but oops. Yeah. Alright, almost at 35,000, so we can build our advanced coal power plant. Alright, we'll wait till we hit 35.5. Alright, perfect. There we go. Alright, now we're going to have a major surge of power generation, so we're going to just kill this budget. Yep, I think we're going to kill it by half, so we're at 135, so that's what, about 67%, so I think if we're at 70%, yep, okay, so we need to go, let's do 80. Alright, 80 is cutting it close. We do 85%. Alright, let's make sure our districts are painted in too. We'll just paint this in all the way down to the water. So we're gonna keep that Bedford Heights area the same all through about there. Washington Heights, same thing. We'll just paint this up and over like that. And that can continue out here to the edge of the map. Not that we're gonna be drawing out to the edge of the map with this build, but just for reference. Alright, and then Mill Park is all going to be part of universities. Alright, there we go. Cool. So how are we feeling about the shape of that, huh? Pretty good, yeah? I don't mind it. Alright, let's make sure we got our water pipes down. We do not. That's okay for now. So let's fill some of these in. Actually, this is okay because we're not going to be zoning on that side. Then once we get down here, we will zone the smaller plots like that. think what we'll do on this street actually, since that's not zoned at all. Oh, it was zoned. That's fine. That's alright. Oops, a little too far. There we go. Okay. Let's turn off zoning for this one. There we go. And that'll just be another bridge. We can get traffic on and off this area. And it's just gonna help out so much. Alright, cool. And then we'll continue our... Just gonna put this on speed 2. There you go. Make that connection there. That'll make people happy. And then since we've already got our node here, freeform the hell out of this. Oh, 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 oh. There we go. And that'll be fine like that. About there, right? Yeah, there you go. Perfect. And let's just go ahead and get rid of that for now. Perfect. There we go. We're at 4,000 people now. We're getting there. We are getting there. Alright. I think we could definitely move this water thingy. Let's put it back here. Pause real quick so that way it doesn't cause issues. And we'll run that pipe directly into the school. And now, we can build a little something for the kiddies. Not that one. Tiny park. There we go. So we can actually fit the playground. Should swap the playground in the parking lot. Let's do that. Alright, we will shift that over after. There you go. Just gotta build it. Then we can shift it. There we go. And let's change variation, variation 1. There we go. Looking good. Very nice. Alright. Then, I mean, we could fit something else in there too. Let's take a look. None of these, obviously. Ah, could fit this. There we go. Little pond. Gazebo. Yeah, we'll do the pond. There you go. A little something something. A little something something. It's a little lumpy. Let's try that again. There you go. Alright. Hopefully that removes the lumpiness. Nope. It adds it right back in. It's worth a shot. It's worth a shot. There we go. Fantastic. Alright. looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. I think definitely back here. Will that fit? No. That won't fit either. Let's see, one of these has to fit, right? Tourist park? Nah, that won't look right. Restaurant won't look right. Right? Yeah. Let's take a look over here. Maybe we got something in one of these packs. No. No, these won't work. Oh, what was that? Front plaza. I think that can actually work over here in one of these spots. I see that blank space. There's a blank space over here somewhere. So, yeah, put that there. There we go. Alright, let's go ahead and zone all this in too. There we go. Alright, not entirely sure what I'm going to do with that space there. But if you have a suggestion, feel free to leave a comment on the video. Or, if you're watching the live stream, hit that live chat function. And you'll be able to send a direct message live as the stream is going. Alright, so just kind of filling in the voids here where they exist. Definitely fill in a little bit more commercial in here, so let's do it. Let's get our zoning just on the left side. Get our curved road tool. There we go. It's a little funky. There we go. That's the zone size I was looking for. There we go. Perfect. Alright, switch that. Switch the road. There we go. Alright, you know what we're missing in this area? A parking lot. So let's get one in here. And we're going to do paid parking. Just because of the area that we're working with. So we'll do paid parking there. That fits nicely. And that's not going to fit there. That's a little bit too large. Yeah, because we've got a lot of shopping in this area. So paid parking there. That'll work nicely. Sweet. It's working out pretty well. Alright, and I'm going to leave this area completely blank because, chat, once we get to 11,000 people, alright, once we have more people moving in, we're going to expand this area. So let's put the bones down with zoning on both sides. There we go. So do that. This area is going to be a full-on transit area. Transit. So this entire space. Alright, just to gauge the space so we can see it. Considering throwing a bus depot or something in there because we got the highway on-ramp and off-ramp there. I am not going to make the same mistake that I made in the last city where in Riversland Isles where I put the train station on a roundabout like an idiot. So, or let me say, like a well thought out artist, I did the wrong thing. It happens. All right. Cool. Zoning one side. There we go. Yeah, because that's not going to connect. Perfect. Alright. Alright, so we need police and fire. Let's see. Our security center, it's got pretty good coverage. Just don't have any more capacity for jail space, or jail capacity. And that should 100% be 4-lane roads. So we'll just go ahead and do this preemptively. We'll upgrade these roads. Delete that. Upgrade, upgrade, upgrade. Perfect. Question, have either of you seen, has anyone seen autosave? Oh yeah, it's on. Okay, cool. Just wanted to make sure. So yeah, I'm digging this. Get rid of that. I am digging this. Let's see if we can hit our residential population demand that we need. Oh, wait a tick. Giving this a new area. We have not. Alright, this will be a new district. Yeah, so we'll have this part of the district end up here. And everything on the lower tier is going to be different. There we go. And then I'm actually going to stop. Let's see. Because I did want to do some farming on this map, but just looking at it right now, we've got tons of farmland just in the other square. And we haven't bought a square yet. We haven't purchased a new square yet, so let's take a look. How many? Oh, we have 2 available? What? Okay. Okay. This opens up some new opportunities. So that has a lot of farmland. This has a lot of oil. And we've also got a rail connection, which we are going to need. We are going to need that rail connection to happen. 5 grand. This is 3,200. Let's take a look at the terrain out there. Ooh. Actually, it gets pretty flat once you're on the other side of that little mountain. So we got the ridge here in the middle. Got some mountains there. Yeah! Screw it. Let's buy that. Well, this one's cheaper right now. And then, let's buy this. Cool. There we go. So now we just set ourselves up for the next part of the build. So that's going to do it for this video. Alright, so we've built in our commercial area. Let's take a look real quick. We've built in some more residential up the hill. We've followed the terrain, so we respected the topography, kind of built with it. So we don't have any weird terrain things going on where you've got, the land splitting or you've got ridiculous elevation changes. It's all working out pretty well. And if you look at it, you can barely tell that those layers are there. Unless you look really close, like right there. But yeah, I'm taking this build a lot better. You can definitely see the layers here. See how we created a little bit of height just by using the terrain to our advantage. But that's going to do it for today. Folks, thank you all for joining in. Hope you all have a great rest of your weekend, and I'll catch you on Monday. As always, thanks for the support. Bye, everybody. Bye.